everyone and welcome back to Social Divas. And yes, I am still gonna be doing the Q&A, but I am putting it off for a little while just because I am having a little bit of a problem with my phone. So I will be putting off the Q&A just for a short while. But today on Social Divas, we will be talking about something that is really like touching, at least to me. So even though this has happened a long time ago, so it happened. It hap- so these murders happened exactly 42 years ago. So at the time on at 1979 in Singapore, it is, I say, natural to have at that time to leave like kids at home at a young age at home alone, and their parents. So saying what happened is that if you the these kids is between 5 to 10 years old, and the parents will leave early to work, and then they have a grandparents will come a little later, maybe 1 or 2 hours later, to come and pick the kids up to go to school. So you have 3 boys and 1 girl. Their names are Kok Peng, who is 10 years old, Kok Hin is 8 years old, Kok Sun is 6, and Chin Hee, who is 5 years old. So the 3 older boys goes to now known as Bendemeer Primary School, and the youngest is still in kindergarten that is like not far from the house. And so what happened was is that the parents left like not that long ago. They left at 6:35 to go to work, and at 7:10 their mother phoned phoned the house phone like at least 3 times, and there was no answer. And the kids are usually like very good at answering like phone calls, and but since the kids didn't answer, she proceeded to call their neighbor to go and wake the children up. So the neighbor knocked on the door, and she also received no reply. But then this is when like it's concerning to me, because at 7:10 you don't receive any call, like any answer from your phone, from your house, from any of your 4 children. And then if my neighbor spend the next few minutes knocking on the door, and then she comes and say there is no answer, I would have came back home immediately. But they only came home after 10 a.m. So what happened to the 3 hours between 7 to 10. And when Lee came back home at 10 a.m., she found the bodies of her 4 children. They have been piled on the bathroom floor, like with their throats slit and piled on top of each other. Can you imagine piling one kid on top of each other? My word. And the oldest child, Kokpeng, his right arm has almost been severed, while the youngest child, Chinny, had slash wounds on her face, and each children were reported to have at least 20 slash wounds. And this is when it is concerning if there is slashing and the kids are screaming, especially in HDB flats in Singapore. When a kid screams from a house on the first floor, and it can be a block, maybe the next block over, you still can hear them scream. So, and even if my next door neighbors, kids, start screaming like bloody murder, I'll be concerned and will be going over at least to be checking if the family is okay or the kids are okay. So how did someone enter the home? The first person you're gonna be taking is maybe the oldest, because he can talk and he can scream, he can cry, and if my even though I've been told by the person with the knife not to scream, if my arm is being cut by the person and almost severed, I will be screaming my head off and not tolerating the cuts. So the whole thing is, for me, mysterious. So I do not know which one would go up first, whether this go up first. We are going to go and visit the area where the murders happened. I am not sure whether it is a wise idea, but we won't go and visit the gravesite because the gravesite is way too far. So, yeah.